5 years ago, my family had very little money. My name is Emma Johnson, and I grew up in a small town in Australia. I want to share my story about how I went from being broke and hopeless to becoming a millionaire. As a child, I never imagined I would do anything special. My family wasn't rich. My dad worked as a mechanic, and my mom stayed home to take care of me and my two little brothers. Life was simple but tough. Even though we struggled, we were happy. I wasn't a great student. My teachers often said, "Emma, you need to focus. You'll never go far if you don't try harder." But how could I focus when my mind was always thinking about our problems? After high school, I didn't go to college. We couldn't afford it, and honestly, I didn't think I was smart enough. Instead, I got a job at a small cafe, serving coffee and cleaning tables. The pay was low, but I had no other options. One quiet Tuesday morning, as I was wiping down tables, a woman walked into the cafe. She was wearing a beautiful red dress, high heels, and carried a stylish leather handbag. She looked confident and successful, like someone from a movie. She ordered a cappuccino and sat by the window. I brought her coffee with a smile. She looked at me kindly and said, "You have a warm smile. What's your name?" "Emma," I replied shyly. "Emma, what are your dreams?" She asked, "Dreams?" I didn't know how to answer. No one had ever asked me that before. I hesitated, then muttered, I don't have any." She smiled and said, "Everyone has dreams. Sometimes they're just hiding." Before she left, she handed me a small business card. It read, "Sophia Carter, Business Coach." I didn't think much of it at first, but for some reason, I kept it in my pocket. Every time I felt hopeless, I looked at that card. Weeks passed, and one day, I gathered the courage to call her. Sophia invited me to her office in the city. I was nervous but excited. When I arrived, she welcomed me warmly and said, "Emma, tell me about yourself." I told her everything, about my family, my job, and how I felt stuck in life. She listened carefully, then looked me in the eyes and said, "Emma, you have potential. You just need to find something you're passionate about." I didn't know what I was passionate about, but Sophia didn't give up on me. She told me about a free online course on entrepreneurship. I didn't even know what that word meant, but I decided to try it. The course was difficult at first. I didn't understand the terms or the lessons. But I didn't give up. I watched videos, read articles, and took notes. Slowly, things started making sense. One night, while working late at the cafe, an idea popped into my head. People in my town loved coffee, but there was no place to buy fresh coffee beans. What if I started selling them? I shared my idea with Sophia, and she loved it. She helped me write a business plan and find a small loan to get started. In the beginning, it was just me, a bag of coffee beans, and a tiny stall at the local market. I worked day and night, talking to customers, learning about their preferences, and improving my product. It wasn't easy. Some days, I didn't sell anything. I cried a lot and even thought about quitting. But then I remembered Sophia's words, "Everyone has dreams. Sometimes they're just hiding." After a few months, people started noticing my coffee. They loved the quality and kept coming back for more. Soon, I had enough money to open a small shop. As my business grew, I learned more about marketing and social media. I created an Instagram page and posted pictures of my coffee and happy customers. To my surprise, the page went viral. Orders started coming in from all over Australia. One day, a big company noticed my work and offered to partner with me. They wanted to sell my coffee in their stores across the country. I couldn't believe it. By the time I turned 25, I was running a successful coffee business with over 50 employees. My coffee was being sold in major supermarkets. And I had enough money to buy my parents a new house. But the best part of my journey was helping others. I used my success to improve my village. We built better houses, fixed the roads, and started programs to teach kids about technology and business. Looking back, I'm proud of the girl who took a chance that night in the cafe. I was scared, inexperienced, and broke, but I didn't let that stop me. So if you're reading this and feeling stuck, remember, your circumstances don't define your future. Take that first step, even if it's small. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. You have the power to change your life. All it takes is courage, hard work, and a little bit of faith. And who knows? Maybe one day, you'll share your own story of how you became a millionaire.